I count so I can be more. Make a difference in this world is what we're here for. I count, give 100%. The money I make, more than I spend. I count, put the numbers to the test. Balance my life, add to success. I count, will I be a star? Forget about the rest, be who you are. I count.
Money can be made and managed. Come with us on our journey with iCount.
I count, so I can be more. Make a difference in this world is what we're here for.
I am not getting into the car until we have sorted this out.
Can we call it the travel partnership? Please, please, pretty please.
I like it. I like it. The travel partnership.
Fine. But we have to talk about more than just a silly name. We need to discuss each person's role in this partnership. To reach Cape Town, we need to stick to our budget and see what each person is contributing.
Well, I have like 500 Rand at the moment. I was bargaining on having more, but stuff happened. So that's that. But my plan is to sell t-shirts as we go. That would cover it, I think.
What happens if you don't sell any t-shirts? How will we get to Cape Town?
What are you saying? My t-shirts aren't cool? I have been selling t-shirts now for 4 years and...
My point exactly.
If you guys are going to be like this the whole way, I would rather stay at home. Thank you very much.
No, sis. Wait. Let's hear Lona out. She is the brains in this partnership after all.
How much do you have for the trip?
My dad gave me 1,000 rands, but I'm only 16 and still in school. It's not like I'm swimming in money.
So true. You will have less share in the travel partnership because you are contributing less. I have saved up 1,500 Rand for the trip. So I say that Ledger and I each give 1,500 Rand for petrol and food and accommodation, and you give 500 Rand. So that is a total amount of 3,500 Rand.
Hey, wait a minute. I'm also using my car. That must count for something. And I'm driving.
I think I need a family discount.
Very funny. Fine, you are contributing the car and you're driving, but according to my budget, we will at least need 3,000 Rand for petrol and accommodation. So what do you guys suggest we do?
Let's just go. We can sort it out on the road.
No way. I am not getting into the car until this is sorted.
What about I ask my dad for more money?
You have already loaned 1,000 Rand.
It was not a loan, more like a donation.
Okay, Ledger, you are the driver and you are giving an asset. I am giving 1,500 Rand and Prudence is contributing 500 Rand. You will give your 500 Rand and then make up the rest on the road. It is very tight and we are already 500 Rand short on my calculations. But if we are strict, we might just make it. All clear?
Yes, Captain.
Hey, play nice.
Woo! Let's get this show on the road.
I count.
A budget is something you do when you want to save money, I think.
So, our friend's journey has finally begun. We know that they're going to Cape Town, and I think it was very smart of them to start their travel partnership that they call the Travel Fund. Because, budgeting properly and planning what you're going to do with your money is always a good way to start a journey. So, I want to talk about budgets and budgeting. Do you guys actually budget?
Well, I'd like to, but I don't really know where to start.
Okay, so it's always important to have a good plan of what you're going to do with your income, which is your money. How much do you guys earn roughly a month?
I get 200 Rand pocket money every month from my parents.
I run a tuck shop, so I make about 900 bucks.
Awesome.
Well, for me, it depends on the amount of work I do around the house.
Wow.
Or for my granny.
It's kind of rough. So you'll write down every month on one side your income, the money that you're earning every month, okay? And on the other side your expenses. Expenses are the outflow of money from your bank account, from your purse, wherever you keep your money for any items or services that you paid for.
So I spend 100 Rand on airtime and 50 Rand at the tuck shop every month.
So you take your expenses and deduct it from your income, the money that you're getting in, and then see what you have left at the end of the day.
So I'd have 50 Rand, but actually I'll have nothing.
So you spent all your money. Okay, see, that's why it's so important to plan, guys. If you do not budget at the beginning of the month, planning what you're going to do with your money. You'll find yourself at the end of the month with no money and actually not knowing where all your money went. That's why when you start to think about budgeting, it's very important to record your daily spending. Record the money that you spend each day. It's going to be a very good start for you.
Like a spend diary.
Yeah, like a spend diary. From there on, you can actually have a proper budget that you plan and use it for the following month and actually like try and stick to it.
So Lona had a list of all her expenses, but not of her income.
Well, what Lona was doing was she was actually budgeting. She was planning for the trip. She needed to see how much money they needed to get to Cape Town. From there on, she needed to see how much money each person had to contribute to the travel partnership. She was planning ahead. Okay, so let's take another look.
iCount.
Okay, Ledger, you are the driver and you are giving an asset.
What's an asset again?
An asset is what a business or a person has in order to make sure they make money or avoid incurring additional expenses. So for example, Ledger had a car. He contributed an asset to the partnership. They were going to use his car to get to Cape Town. So now because they didn't need to get a car, they didn't have to spend money to find alternative transport. They saved a bit of money from that.
I am giving 1,500 rand and Prudence is contributing 500 rand.
iCount.
So that's why Prudence has less of a share in the partnership, because she contributed less?
Yeah, that's correct. That's how partnerships work. You get an equal amount of shares proportional to the amount of money or assets that you contributed. So guys, tell me, do you think it was right for Bud to not have the full amount of money needed to complete the trip?
I think he was taking a risk. I mean, he needs to sell t-shirts to get to Cape Town. And if he doesn't sell any, how's he going to get there?
Yeah, exactly. I feel the same way. I mean, Bud knew that there was a trip to Cape Town. He knew about the cost, but yet he didn't plan for it. And if he had actually saved and budgeted for the trip, he could have actually had the money to get to Cape Town with everyone else.
Exactly.
So let's see what we've learned today.
A budget is when you plan. You write down your income and what your expenses will be for that month. You must always save some money for the unexpected. And your expenses must always be less than your income. Income is the money that comes into your company or pocket. An expense is the money that goes out to another person or business to pay for goods or services. An asset includes everything a business or a person owns that they can use to make more money or avoid incurring additional expenses. And lastly, we learned that a partnership is an agreement between two or more parties that wants to go into business together, and that their share in the partnership depends on what they put into the partnership.
Plan to save and save so that your plans become real. Budgeting is empowering.